Hey guys, EVILC here. Welcome to episode 13, and a very special episode at that. This is going to be the first of 3 episodes featuring Sega's high-profile triple threat Wii lineup for the first half of 2009, which I am dubbing the Sega Trifecta. And the first game in the Trifecta is The House of the Dead Overkill. This game is published by Sega, obviously, and developed by HeadStrong Games, formerly Kuju London, who have worked on such series as the Warhammer series, as well as developed Battalion Wars 1 and 2 for GameCube and Wii, respectively. Story-wise, Overkill is a prequel, set a few years before the original House of the Dead, and delves much deeper into the backstory of how this whole mutant disaster happened. The new villain is named Papa Caesar, who so happens to look a lot like Burt Reynolds.
A sadistic crime lord, master of a perverse science.
My darling Jasper, do you have a present for me?
They call him Caesar.
There's 2 main heroes in this game. Special Agent G, whom some of you will remember from House of the Dead 2 and 3.
A secret agent, immaculate, intelligent, a rookie. They call him only G. His identity, a mystery.
You ever going to tell anyone what that fucking G stands for?
No.
And a new hero, the angry, trash-talking, foul-mouthed, yet hilarious police officer Isaac Washington.
A playboy cop, Isaac Washington. Make him mad, and he'll rip your balls off.
I'm gonna rip your motherfucking balls off.
Presentation has never been a strong point in the House of the Dead series. People who've played the older games, especially 1 and 2, will likely recall the overly cheesy dialogue and painfully bad voiceover. Fortunately, that's all been changed in Overkill, with story and presentation given much more care and focus. The script is well written and full of humor, and the voice acting is top-notch. The game employs a grindhouse-style theme, reminiscent of old exploitation films from the 1970s, which I find very refreshing and in this case extremely well done. To add to the whole movie feel of the game, each of the 7 stages is presented and played out like a series of episodic films.
Tonight, these unlikely allies will confront terror most foul in the blood-soaked halls. Papa's Palace of Pain. Be a courteous guest. There is only one cure. A white-hot boot to the brain. Ballistic throttle. That's your point-blank prescription. Carney, 1,000 tiny fingers clawing at your spine.
See you in hell, Washington.
Scream Train. 200 tons of unstoppable terror burning through the night.
What was that? Your mama, by the sound of it.
It has come to murder. It has come to feed. It came from the fetid waters.
In your own time.
Oh yeah. Our feature presentation, Jailhouse Judgment, will resume after these messages. Heaven forbid anyone should discover Operation Overkill.
As far as the gameplay goes, Overkill retains the same great hair-trigger action-packed gameplay one would expect from the House of the Dead series. You're basically restricted to a preset path with many zombies appearing along the way, and the goal is to kill them before they kill you. The controls in Overkill couldn't be simpler. You simply point the Wii remote where you want to fire and press the B trigger to shoot. You can reload your gun simply by pressing A or by flicking the Wii remote sideways. You can also reload by firing off screen, simulating if you were playing at an arcade cabinet. That green power up there is a new feature of this game. It's called Slow Mofo. And basically what it does is it slows down time temporarily, allowing you to take more accurate shots at the zombies. Accuracy is important in this game. The more accurate you are in shooting targets, you'll get a higher score multiplier. Another returning feature and a good way to get extra bonus points are to save these civilians positioned at certain points throughout the levels.
Not look good.
Good! Good! There ain't nothing good about this whole motherfucking situation!
As far as production values go, this game looks great. Since it was built from the ground up for the Wii, that allowed the developers to really take advantage of the Wii's hardware and make the game look as good as they could. This is definitely one of the best looking third-party games I've seen on the Wii. That quality is also extended to the game's music. It has an excellent soundtrack. Another cool feature is the inclusion of a gun shop, which allows you to purchase new weapons as well as upgrade the stats of the weapons you buy. The higher of a score you can achieve in a level, the more money you'll receive at the end. Right here I'm using the assault rifle, and there's a few other weapons you can get, such as 2 different shotguns, a submachine gun, as well as a couple hidden weapons. You can bring 2 weapons with you into any level, and you can change to them by pressing the 1 or 2 buttons on the Wii remote. There isn't a great deal of variety in the weapons in this game, but it's always nice to have the option of using another weapon.
The Grindhouse style is awesome and helps breathe new life into the House of the Dead series. Visually, the game is great. The environments look nice, character models are well detailed and animate well, and the filter used to give the game more of a beat-up look looks really nice and helps capture the Grindhouse style. The game is also the first in the series to be designed for a home console in mind, so you can now continue from and replay any level you want without being forced to start from the beginning every time. The game has some frame rate problems, more so in some levels than others. Some weapons, such as the 2 shotguns, can also negatively affect the frame rate. By no means does it make the game unplayable, but it's just unfortunate to see in a game that has such excellent presentation and visuals. While I love the fact that you can upgrade the stats of your guns, it makes an already not too difficult game very easy, since there's no option to disable the upgrades. One could always begin a new file and not buy any upgrades, but the option to disable upgrades would be preferred. Overall, the House of the Dead Overkill is a great entry in the long-running House of the Dead series. It retains the great fast-paced hair-trigger gameplay one would expect, gives you a funny and entertaining storyline that will actually make you want to sit through the cutscenes, and gives the whole franchise a very welcomed fresh coat of Grindhouse-inspired paint. For fans of the series, as well as rail shooters in general, this game is worth a buy. So that concludes my review of House of the Dead Overkill for the Wii. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know what you thought. Next time on the Sega Trifecta will be a full review of Madworld, so hope you keep a watch out for that. Thanks again for watching. I'm EVILC, and I'll see you guys later.